Hi, Brian. Tim Booth from Seattle Times. Your takeaways from tonight, especially maybe the way you guys pushed in the second half.
Yeah, I'm fiercely proud of the effort that the guys put in. Look, even in the first half, I think the effort was good. I think we started off the game pretty good. Obviously they're a great team and they put us under pressure in moments, but we matched them. The difference in the first half was just quality in a couple of key moments. Knew who didn't need to, get in an altercation, foul. The second goal, marking inside the box, life or death inside the box. But, it is what it is. We're down 2-0. So we came out in the second half, tried to change a couple things tactically, bring a read on, pushing that a little bit more. And we created a bunch of chances. And I think, if you looked at the statistics, you would say that Sounders were in a good spot, but obviously everything is the score line. And we couldn't find that second goal. We couldn't find a third goal, although we had plenty of chances.
Next question, please.
Tim, you better ask another one. I'm going to start calling on names.
I was going to say, what did you make of the overall atmosphere? I think there was some question coming in about how fans would respond to the event and sort of just everything as a whole that you felt maybe as you walked out tonight and as the game progressed.
That is a great question because, look, I'm born and raised in Seattle. I watched games in Memorial Stadium when I was a kid, the Kingdome, USL, Starfire. Tonight was rocking. I mean, look, they announced, 30-something, 30-plus. Sounded like 50. I think these are the kind of matches that people should come to watch because it was an entertaining soccer match. I mean, not just because I'm the home team coach and we had 2.21 expected goals, 23 shots, we pushed them back. Not just because of that, but it was an entertaining match against a different opponent. And the opponent was good, and Botafogo was good in their way, and the way they want to play. The guy that they just sold for $20 million is pretty darn good. So it's a great showcase if there's diehard soccer fans out there, they want to see, quality soccer. They should be here.
Hi, Coach. Tim Foss, Sounder at Heart. What did you make of the performance of the midfield pairing of Obed Vargas and Christian Raldon in this one?
I thought they were excellent. They controlled large parts of the game. That Christian is always going to give you that effort, that determination, but I think his passing got better. He had a couple balls sprayed in the first half, but he got better as the game grew on. I mean, he was finding balls, finding gaps. Obed Vargas is a super talent. I mean, we've been talking about it. You guys have been talking about it. Other guys have been talking about it. He's a super talent. If you can't see that kid is headed for bigger things, I mean, he was excellent tonight. His ability to wiggle out of things, his power, his pace, his running, he was excellent. So those two started it, but again, I'd probably go back to it was an entire team effort. I thought everybody played well, and it was a good performance. That's what I expected out of the team.
Next question. There's a question there.
Jess Lazo, Seattle Sounders. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on specifically Reed's performance and also Paul's. I feel like both of them came on the pitch and were both spark plugs.
All the subs that came on were good, and that's one of the strengths of this team. I mean, we have a deep roster, and it wasn't that Ryan Kent or Jesus were playing badly. But just getting fresh legs out there is going to help. Knew who was sitting on a yellow card, and Reed came out there. We need a little more attacking punch, and that's Reed's, that's his makeup. So both guys came on and made an impact. Paul, when we scored our goal, Paul's pretty smart. And so instead of just letting the ball run out of bounds or just going, oh, we almost did it, he actually sprinted to get the ball, turned around, crossed the ball in for Christian to, head it on goal, and then, it deflected. But that was Paul being smart, keeping the ball in play.
Alex, Sounders FC coach, what is the mood like within your group knowing that they just took the South American reigning champion to the wire? And how do you build on this performance against two extremely quality opponents from UEFA in Atletico Madrid and PSG moving forward?
Well, the road doesn't get any easier, Alex. But if they play like that, they can compete. I'm not going to say we're going to beat Atletico or PSG because they look good today, but I mean, we want to be competitive. We want to showcase our team. We want to showcase our players. We want to showcase our city. I think we represented ourselves very well tonight.
We have one there, yeah.
Bella Munson with the Associated Press. You mentioned the stats and your team looking quite good on the stat sheet in terms of that. You created a lot of opportunities today. What do you think was the issue with not being able to convert the chances, considering you created so many more?
Well, I would say, it's a little bit of the technical ability of our players. We have to lay that on them. You can't fault them for the effort or the initiative or the ideas. But, that's where games are won and lost. And again, I'll go back to Igor Jesus. I mean, he just got purchased for $20 million because he gets one chance and he's gonna put that away. And so for us, to create enough opportunities for us to score, I think we did that tonight. And it was just unfortunate that we couldn't find the second or third goal.
Go ahead.
Brian, there's always questions about temp fields here. I'm wondering what you thought of the surface tonight and how it played.
The field was excellent. I mean, laying it down as early as they did, allowing it to grow. It was firm. It was fast. I thought whoever installed the grass, it was very, very well done.
Any other questions? One final here, in English or Portuguese?
English.
Hello, Coach. Eduardo Lopez from Deruas. What are your thoughts on Kim's performance returning after his injury?
Kim Ki-hee's?
Yeah.
It was good. We took him off at halftime as a precaution. He was feeling a little bit of cramps in his injured calf, but it was good to have him there. I think Jackson playing in the left side and how we build is beneficial, but having Kim Ki-hee back started the game, helped us start the game on a good foot.